So last week we did a broadcast where I talked about 5 mega hot niches in 2020. There's actually a link inside the description down below if you want to go back and check that out. It took off. A lot of you really enjoyed it. But it bared the question of, oh my gosh, these are so freaking hot. How am I ever going to go ahead and break into this? So I'm going to go ahead and share some untapped yet pretty profitable niches for you to explore in 2020. In fact, if you stick around to the end, I actually will share even more for you. If you are new here, my name is Dale L. Roberts, and so I am a self-published author and also a self-publishing advocate. I've published well over, 4 dozen books and tons more underneath my small publishing house. And if you want to learn more about publishing books that sell, make sure that you hit that little subscribe button and turn the bell notifications on so that way you don't miss a single one of these broadcasts. Speaking of broadcasts, I do want to give a big shout out to our exclusive sponsors, Romance Publishing Academy. If you really want to get into this business and level it up to higher standards, you need to work with the people that have walked before you. In fact, Romance Publishing Academy is headed by two authors that have hit the top 100 bestsellers list time and again, and with white hat tactics. I know from personal experience because I actually enrolled in just their video program. Yeah, the video program. And I've gone through, well over half of it. And it is just mind-blowing, some of this stuff. But here's the cool thing. If this is what they deliver in their video program, keep in mind, this is not just a video course. It is a coaching program that's 2-on-1. If you want to see further details about Romance Publishing Academy, go visit my affiliate link at dalelinks.com/romance. The first step you're going to do is you're going to download a report that is the Romance Secrets Playbook. You get that 100% free. And then right after that, you have the opportunity to book a no pressure call with Romance Publishing Academy. And they're actually going to help solve a few of your problems. And whether you go with them or not, this is going to be something that's going to help you out in your romance publishing business. Again, go visit dalelinks.com/romance. You can hear the fire alarms are sounding around here. So that means you need to get on top of that. All right. Staying in line here with today's thing, so we're just going to go ahead and jump right into it. My biggest issue when it comes to sharing some of these big mega hot niches is sometimes it is way too competitive. So let's go back up a little bit. How do you find a profitable niche anyways? There's the old school methodology. You can go on Amazon, you can go ahead and do your keyword research, you pull up certain books, and you're looking for an ABSR or an Amazon bestseller rank. I'm just going to call it ABSR to be simple here. I want to look for books that are below 100,000 in the paid Kindle store and the bookstore. This means there's proof of concept. That means that people are actively purchasing it. You're typically seeing at least a purchase to or more per day when it's below 100,000. But here's the thing. My preferred way, I get Publisher Rocket. Now, this is not a video to shill on Publisher Rocket. If you want to go check it out, you can do that. But I'm just going to say I made things simple for me today. And it literally took me 10 minutes to go through and find a handful of these things, these 5 ones that I did. And what I wanted to focus on this time for the ABSR was I wanted to find something that was right about 20,000 in the paid bookstore or Kindle store and 100,000. So 20,000 and 100,000. You might be saying, why 20,000 and 100,000? Because about 20,000 in either of those requires about a dozen, give or take, a couple purchases here or there, to as little as 1 purchase per day. So 1 to 12 purchases per day. It's definitely achievable. So even if you're brand new to this business, I'm going to tell you, it's very possible for you to publish something right now that you're going to get at least a sale per day. So this bodes well for you because I'm going to give you some niches that might be something you want to consider. So let's go ahead and I'm going to switch it on over into the different screen share here so that way everybody can see some of these ones that I'm going to talk about. And we're going to start it out first of all with cooking and cheese dairy. All right, so this is actually a fairly interesting niche right here. And now The ranking probably changed within the last few minutes. When I first checked it out earlier today, the number 1 book was at about 25,000 and the number 10 book was at 45,000. I'm looking at the top 10 and I want to make sure the top 10 is doing really killer, because if you're seeing number 10 book at say 300,000 or 200,000 or 1 million, then that may mean that it's just not all that in a bag of chips. If you see the top 20 within, say, the 20,000 to 100,000 rank, you found a very good untapped niche. This is something to definitely look into. All right, so we've got this particular category. Of course, I'm going to go ahead and load you up with another one. Let's go into number 2. This is music theory exercises. So those of you that are musicians out there and know what you're talking about and know how to do things, this might be the niche for you because the top 10 books says 18,000 at number 1 and 48,000 at number 10. Now this is going to require about 5 to 13 purchases to get yourself into the top 10 of this particular niche. So not too bad. Again, this is probably going to require more skills. And speaking of skills, this is kind of funny. This is a weird segue. I didn't plan it this way because of our sponsors being Romance Publishing Academy. It was just a happy circumstance that actually I found this number 3. This is actually teen and young adult romantic comic books and graphic novels. Now, I don't know that Romance Publishing Academy is going to teach you how to, illustrate comic books or graphic novels, but this is something to definitely consider because the top 10 includes about 20,000 to 77,000. So that's about 3 to 12 purchases per day. Not too bad. All right, we're cooking right along. And our next category is going to be children's Christian inspirational books. They have got a rank of 17,000 to 72,000. Now you notice it almost looks like there's some illustrations on some of these. I mean, just based on this, in fact, I recognize this artwork, but you can see that it's a lot of illustration here. So if you are in the Christian niche and you're doing children's books, this might be a category to kind of consider because it's right about 3 to 12 purchases per day. 3 to 13 purchases per day. You'll notice as the further we go along in some of these niches, it's requiring less and less and less purchases. I did this purposely because I really wanted to save the best for last. And by the way, if you drop a banana sticker right now, it would be greatly appreciated, along with hitting that thumbs up button if you're enjoying this stuff. So before we do go any further, I do want to bring to your attention that you can join me every Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on Self-Publishing with Dale. Unfortunately, I sent out a broadcast earlier through Twitter, Facebook, and everywhere else, and it somehow moved me. It's YouTube. It's their game. I'm just playing in it. But as long as you come on visit me over here at Self-Publishing with Dale and you hit the subscribe, turn the bell notifications on, you won't miss the Saturday broadcasts every week, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So look that up. All right. Let's go ahead and look at the number 1 that I actually have already queued up here. I'm so used to grabbing my Stream Deck and doing it, but unfortunately we don't have it set up. It is a 30-minute mystery, thriller, and suspense short read. So I've actually talked in depth about short reads before, and now it's time to revisit this. Now, to be clear, short reads are going to be very compact reads. You don't really need to spend too much time. In fact, 30-minute, I believe, is 12 to 21 pages. So this tells you how brief it is. Imagine if it was a 15-minute. That's like 1 to 11 pages. But in this particular instance, 30-minute mystery, thriller, and suspense short reads, you're looking at the top position being dominated. And unfortunately, like I said, some of the BSRs have changed since I checked earlier. When I did check, it was 18,000 to 89,000. As you can imagine, some of these things fluctuate, but it just kind of goes to show that this is something worth looking into because that's going to be about 2 to 13 sales per day. Alrighty, so before you know what? Do you want a bonus? I want to know if you know a bonus, and here's the thing. If you're watching us on a replay, I want to know if you want a bonus. Hit the like, that would be awesome. Say so if you're here in the live chat. Do you want the bonus? I want to see some banana stickers dropping right here. If you don't want the bonus, I'll just keep it. This one's the best out of all of them, and this one's actually mind-blowing. Could you explain the niche? I'm going to get to the questions here in just a moment. All right. So I'm assuming everybody is loading it up. So our very last niche is going to be French poetry. I know a lot of people are probably going to go, oh, Dale, I don't know any French. Well, if you do know French, then this is probably the niche that you're going to want to get into. And here's why. This one right here it has a number one position of 36,000 to 60,000. Again, some of these ranks have fluctuated since earlier, so I can't do anything about that. But that typically is right about 3 to 6 purchases per day. So if you are fluent in French, you like poetry, it might be a good idea for you to get on top of this particular niche right here. Appreciate all the banana stickers, and if you're watching on the replay, I trust you drop some banana stickers. Here, did you check out last week when I talked about the 5 mega hot niches in 2020? You didn't? Well, you gotta go over check it out. I mean, you're gonna miss it out. And actually, I put it inside the link inside the description, but you can click this right here and go to that video right now and see exactly the 5 hot niches. In the meantime,